Filipinos illegally staying in the United States are urged to leave now before crackdown begins. Filipinos illegally staying in the United States have been advised to voluntarily leave the country before President-elect Donald Trump begins his crackdown on undocumented immigrants. Philippine Ambassador to the United States, Jose Manuel Romualdez, on Friday, November 8th, advised Filipinos who cannot get any kind of status, yet not to wait to be deported. His warning came 2 days after Trump was called to assume the post of outgoing President Joe Biden after securing a comeback following the elections. Romualdez warned there is no going back for foreign nationals who will be deported. But if undocumented immigrants voluntarily leave for now, there is always an opportunity for them to file at the right time. The United States supports 2 Philippine maritime laws as China objects. The United States has supported President Marcos's signing into law of 2 maritime laws that have affirmed the Philippines' sovereignty over its maritime zone. Matthew Miller, spokesman for the U.S. Department of State, said the passing into law of the Maritime Zones Act and the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act is a routine matter and further clarifies the country's maritime law. It aligns Philippine domestic laws with the 1982 Law of the Sea Convention and the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal ruling, and defines the Philippines' internal waters, archipelagic waters, territorial sea, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone, and continental shelf in line with the convention. Meanwhile, China has objected to President Marcos's signing of 2 maritime laws that have affirmed the Philippines' sovereignty over its maritime zone, including its exclusive economic zone, part of which is being illegally claimed by Beijing. Mao Ning, spokesperson for China's foreign ministry, said the ministry summoned Manila's envoy to Beijing, Ambassador Jaime Flor Cruz, following the passing into law of the Philippine Maritime Zones Act and the Philippine Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act. President Marcos issues executive order banning all offshore gaming operations. President Marcos has issued Executive Order Number 74, formalizing his earlier order for the immediate ban of Philippine offshore gaming operations, internet gaming, and other offshore gaming operations in the Philippines. In issuing the executive order, signed by Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin on November 5th, Marcos stressed his administration's resolve to promote national security, public safety, and public order. He first announced the unequivocal ban on POGOs or internet gaming licensee operations during his 3rd State of the Nation address in July this year. Under the executive order, operators may no longer apply for licenses. Those with existing ones can no longer renew and are expected to cease operations and wind up their affairs by December 31st, 2024. 8 million tons of silt, waste removed from Luzon river systems by the San Miguel Corporation. At least 8 million tons of silt and waste were removed from 136 kilometers of river systems in Luzon since 2020. The San Miguel Corporation said amid concerns on the worsening flooding problems in the country. In a statement, San Miguel Corporation Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Ramon S. Ang said the company's silt and waste removal program is part of the Better Rivers Philippines, which paved the way to the massive cleanup effort in waterways such as the Tullahan, Pasig, and San Juan rivers, as well as those in Bulacan, Pampanga, and Laguna. Judge cancels court deadlines in Trump's 2020 election case after his presidential win. The judge overseeing Donald Trump's 2020 election interference case canceled any remaining court deadlines Friday, while prosecutors assess the appropriate course going forward in light of the Republicans' presidential victory. Trump's victory over Vice President Kamala Harris means that the Justice Department believes he can no longer face prosecution in accordance with department legal opinions meant to shield presidents from criminal charges while in office. The Supreme Court in July ruled that former presidents have broad immunity from prosecution and sent the case back to Chutkan to determine which of the allegations in the indictment can move forward. Talk and text remains the king of the PBA Governors Cup. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson and Jason Castro both let out a loud roar as the final buzzer in Game 6 went off. Those were barely audible inside the smart Araneta Coliseum as it faded in the cheers of the huge crowd, as well as the wild celebration of their teammates. The dynamic duo presided over a huge fourth-quarter assault as the Tropang Giga asserted their mastery over Barangay Ginebra Kings, 95-85, to retain their crown in Game 6 of the PBA season. 49 finals at the Smart Araneta Coliseum on Friday, November 8th. TNT trailed by double digits in the second half following a timely explosion from RJ Abarrientos, but showed the championship poise in the endgame to turn back Ginebra and earn the franchise's 10th title. Queen Bey makes Grammy history. Welcome to Beyoncé country. When it comes to the 2025 Grammy Award nominations, Cowboy Carter rules the nation. She leads the nods with 11, bringing her career total to 99 nominations. That makes her the most nominated artist in Grammy history. If Beyoncé wins the Album of the Year, she'll become the first Black woman to do so in the 21st century. Lauryn Hill last won in 1999 for The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, joining Natalie Cole and Whitney Houston as the only Black women to take home the Grammy's top prize. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media. Thanks for tuning in to the Manila Bulletin Daily Run.